Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Gokuna, and we back with another What If, continuing off with What If Deku was Sukuna's reincarnation, part 4. Alright, and we're gonna start off with the recap. So, we left off where the heroes versus villains exam was happening. And to recap and, to put it in more short words, Deku won against Bakugo. The class president is Ida, since, we're still going to go by some canon things. And now, next week has passed, or, let's say, for 2 weeks has passed. And now they're going to the USJ to train to, simulate real life threats, natural disasters, etc., etc. And so, as they were on the bus going to the USJ, we flip back, or we switch to the point of view of Shigaraki. Now everything has gone to plan, and with this, our secret weapon, All Might will fall today. Get everybody ready. We'll be leaving in an hour. Now we transition back to Izuku and Class 1A as they get off the bus with 13. With 13 explaining that, welcome to the USJ. We're gonna be simulating hero stuff. How it usually go to canon. And so, as they were doing hero stuff, a portal opens and villains start coming through, but they don't know it's villains yet until they start attacking the students. How it goes to canon. And then 13 hops into action with her using her with the robot. Well, I don't know if it's a he or she. Well, it's most likely a she, but tangent. She points her finger and uses her black hole quirk, and then I forgot his name, but that dude opens a portal, and it kind of rips her backside, got her back blown out by her by her own quirk. I don't know why I said it like that, but I mean that's really what happened. She did get her back blown out, literally. But anyway, continuing off of that, and so as the villains were attacking, and the portal guy, used his quirk to split everybody up. He gets split up, and along he finds himself with what's his face? What's his fucking face? Kirishima, I think. Yeah, Kirishima. I hope I got it right. I need to watch My Hero again so I can get these names down. But he's with Kirishima, and he was like, "What is going on, Deku? Is everything okay?" And Deku says, "I don't know, but we're gonna have to figure something out, and something quick." And so, as the villains surround him, Kirishima hardens, and Deku gets in his fighting stance. And as they were in sync, they started beating on the villains, and they handle the fodder villains. Because come on now, Sukuna with Deku and Kirishima, they got it. So with that being said, now they had to get across the water, which was a challenge. But this was easy for Deku. On the other hand, Kirishima, I don't know. So what Deku does is he asks Sukuna to lend him a hand, and Sukuna grants him his power, what he says, temporarily, so don't overdo it. And as Deku says, "Thank you, Sukuna," black marks begin to form. And he has, and then eyes start to form on his cheeks, but instead of the eyes being red, it's green. It's saying like he's in control. And Deku teleports out of frame, how they be doing it. He just teleport, and then skipping across the water, like this man's legit skating on water, like how Naruto did in that one scene where he was like gliding across the water. That's how he looked right now. And so as he's gliding across the water, a huge tidal wave used summoned by this guy that was in the water. He had water manipulation on a certain level, so he summoned a huge tidal wave to try to like hit the coast of the USJ and hit the students while trying to stop Deku. And as Deku sees this, he swipes his hand, dissect. And it's like a mixture of Sukuna's voice and Deku's voice. And this tidal wave gets cut in half, like how there's frames, they just get cut in tiny water drops, cubicles, squares, triangles, whatever shapes you could think of. That's how bad it got cut, and it's like that. And he kind of hit the fodder goon, but he's not dead, because, Deku's trying to hold back Sukuna's power as much as he can, because it's a lie. It's not like no fingers and stuff. Like, Sukuna is inside this man. Pause. And so he gets to the shore and, gets to the other side, and he sees Jiro trying to fight the other villains, but, her sound quirk can only do so much, and it's not good in, close combat. So as she was about to get sliced by a villain with long-ass, sharp-ass claws, he swings down and she covers herself, and then it's like, but she didn't get cut. His nails did because of Deku. And he looks at his nails in pain. He's like, why, you bastard? And as he says that, Deku appears in front of him. But Sukuna says it, you will not touch my woman. As he swipes, and then it's like a force of curse energy just pushes him back into a building. And then Deku turns around, are you okay, Jiro? What happened? He's like, I don't know. I try to fight all these guys coming after me, and it got too much. I thought I was gonna get hurt or worse. He was like, not while I'm around, nobody's touching you. And so she looks up, they both look up, and they see Aizawa fighting. And Deku says, come on, we have to help him. And so they both rush over there, and, Deku asks what's going on, and then Aizawa says, this is not a drill. As he's dodging and weaving, we are under attack. This is not a game. These are real villains. So I give you permission to use your quirks how you see fit. Just make sure you don't get hurt. And please, help your other students. And Jiro says right as she runs to go help Uraraka. And Deku jumps in to help Aizawa fight. And so they, even though they never fought next to each other before, they start synchronizing moves. Like, Aizawa jump over Deku, and then Aizawa jump, and then Deku hit that sweep, knocking all the villains down, all the goons down. And so Aizawa saw one of his classmates, let's just call him an extra. I don't know their names. He saw one of his classmates about to get, getting ganged on. So he jumps over there, and then that's when the Nomu comes in, and the Nomu and Aizawa start fighting. But Deku doesn't know that until he's finished helping his teammate, and he says, go help the others. He said, find Momo and make sure she's okay, because nobody heard from her. And so he goes off to go find Momo, and then Deku turns around and see Aizawa on the floor, bloody. And so as he saw Aizawa on the floor, bloody, beaten up how he was in canon, instead of Deku's face about to get touched by Shigaraki got mad because what is her name? Sue, I think that is it. Tsu, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the frog girl, because she made him miss Aizawa, and how he was about to decay him. And so now he rushed over there. How dare you? if I can't do it to him, then I'll just take one of his precious students away. And he's running all crazy towards her. And then as he was about to touch her face, Aizawa erased his quirk. And so when he asked, why is it not working? And then he turns around and see Aizawa's red eye just angrily staring at him. It's like that, he's unconscious, but he not giving up. And then that's when Deku said, enough. And then he uses dismantle. And Shigaraki backs away at the last second as he just feels this rush of wind. And then looks at the ground and it's like a crater just slashed. And Sue looked in awe. And then Deku stepped in front of her. If you want her, you're gonna have to go through me. And so Shigaraki laughs. What makes you think you're gonna stop me, let alone my Nomu? Do you not realize he has more than one quirk? This is the ultimate weapon against All Might. And with this, you don't even have a chance. You could barely handle these villains that I brought along yourself. And then Sukuna takes over unknowingly to Deku. But Deku trusts Sukuna. And then as his eyes turn red, Sukuna now speaking, you want to bet that on your life. And then as he says that, a cursed energy of red aura just surrounds him, and then it turns blue. And Shigaraki senses that, this bloodlust, why is this bloodlust coming from a hero? And so he says, Nomu, attack. And as the Nomu punches him, he stops it with his hand, weak, and slices his whole arm off, like he blew his arm out. Yeah, I should have chose my words a little bit more better, but he blew his arm out, and as the Nomu screams in pain, it regenerates. And Shigaraki's what kind of ability is that? Is he disintegrating anything? No, it can't be. Because he sees the pieces of the Nomu falling off. And then the Nomu tries to attack again, and then he stops it with his palm. And then they do that thing that Sukuna and Mahagaraga was doing when he was just stopping his punches with the palms, with paying homage to that. And so, it's like everything else going in the canon, how All Might and the Nomu were fighting, but it's just Sukuna and Deku's body fighting the Nomu. And then as the Nomu smashes the ground, making like a shockwave aiming towards Sukuna jumps and then has that blue energy on his fist, and then comes down on the Nomu and then hits the Nomu in the jaw, but at the last second makes his energy explode, creating a black flash. And then since that's a critical hit on the Nomu, he does it again with the triple kick. So the leg, the rib, and the head is all black flash. And then he starts incorporating black flash with all his strikes that he was doing. Even when they lock fists, it's black flash. So he's hurting the Nomu because the Nomu can't keep up with the black flashes and the critical hits, even though it has regeneration and shock absorption. And so as they were fighting, the Nomu tries to works through the pain and clotheslines Sukuna, which he blocks. And then he catches himself and saying, "This is pretty fun. I'm actually enjoying myself." And so he uses his claws come out unknowingly, and then he uses cleave. And so it's like 4 slashes of cleave coming, and then it hits the 4 slashes hits him on the leg, the chest, the arm, and what else? Near his neck, cutting him like in half. But since the Nomu can regenerate, it's ineffective. So Sukuna was like, so you're just a knockoff Mahagaraga. You're not even worth 15 of my fingers. I could beat you with 1 finger behind my back. And then points one finger, spider web. And then it's like, he gets cut, his arm gets cut, both arms get cut, and like his ankle gets cut. So now it can't move. And then as it was trying to regenerate, Sukuna comes on top with another black flash on his head top, and temporarily knocking out the Nomu, which it healed his limbs, but it's just knocked out from the black flash. And with Shigaraki witnessing that, it can't be. He took down my Nomu with. It's impossible. I've planned so much for this, just to get beaten by a second year that doesn't even know how to control his quirk. And Sukuna saying, quirk. This isn't no quirk. This is years upon years of training and perfecting my craft. You're nothing but an ant to me. Leave now, or I won't be responsible for what happens next. And then that sent shivers down Shigaraki's spine. As, Shigaraki sees, like, Deku in this menacing aura. And so he tells his right-hand man that it's time to go, and he creates a portal, bringing some of the goons, and, he left the Nomu behind, and they leave. After that, All Might comes after they leave. And so, the news cover it. Everybody's getting their wounds tended to. The nurse comes, the old lady nurse comes, kissing, their wounds and stuff, making them feel better. And All Might gives Izuku his props, saying, "Well done, Midoriya. I'm glad that you saved the day. And I'm sorry that I was late." And he told All Might it was okay. He handled it. And then All Might was like, "You didn't kill anybody with your power, did you?" He's like, "Of course not, All Might. I can't. I'm holding all my power back." And so as he said that, everything goes back to normal as canon. Deku gets ready for the sports festival. He starts training, and that's when Deku learns a new technique. And yeah, so time skip. 3 weeks pass, and after the incident from the USJ begins to die down, it's all about the UA Sports Festival. And so they get prepared for it, And so Deku goes over there ready to take the sports festival. And so he goes see All Might in his weak form. And so they begin to talk about how, All Might tells him about All for One, and how, his quirk is meant to counter All for One, and his is called One for All. And so Class 1B, as they were leaving, Class 1B runs into Class 1A, and Shinso, the one that could hypnotize people, start talking to Class 1A, and saying that they're gonna beat him and all that other stuff. And they got this whole war going on, the war between the classrooms. And then we're gonna take this time to fade to black and have the training montage roll. They training. Deku's over here learning Sukuna's new technique in his domain and constantly dying to it, constantly dying to it. And so they study. Jiro is practicing her sound techniques. And I'm gonna make Jiro broken because she finally learns how to do something. And so y'all gonna have to see what that is. And as she was doing that, they all get a text. They all get a text, saying that it's time for the UA sports festival, and they all come ready and prepared. And now we fade to black. Hope you guys enjoy. After this, what if I plan on trying to branch it out and not just do My Hero what ifs, but Naruto what ifs. What else? I was thinking about doing something that nobody ever done and try to do like a Kame got killed what if. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'll see if I could come up with a script. As you can see, I'm kind of horrible at writing scripts, but I write the scripts and I go off the top of my head. And then I was thinking about doing some jobless reincarnation what ifs. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this what if. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what I should do more. So far, I like this series. I know I'm kind of forgetful about some things, but as long as you guys bear with me and like the story, hopefully I make y'all laugh with some of these funny moments. But besides that, this is Gokuna signing off. Let me know if you want to write scripts for me, or if you want to send me like a fan fiction of a what if, and you want me to read it to you guys. I wouldn't mind doing that. So just be active on the community, man. Open arms. So without any further ado, enjoy the rest of your day and peace.